Your soulmate is breaking down because they know they hurt you. And they can't fix it. Jesus says. Your soulmate is breaking down right now. They are sitting alone in a room with tears streaming down their face because they know they hurt you. Their heart is so heavy that they can barely breathe. The memory of the pain they caused you haunts them every single night. They replay the moment they failed you over and over until their pillow is soaked. A dark weight presses on their chest and tells them they can never make it right. In the middle of this torment, their spirit screams out for you. That scream travels across the distance and lands deep inside your own heart as a sudden sadness you cannot explain. You have felt that strange ache and wondered where it came from. That ache is your soulmate trying to reach you. Their love for you is so strong that it cuts through every wall, but something ugly and hateful stands in the way. A cruel force blocks the path and twists their words into silence. Every time they try to say, "I am sorry, please let me back in," the line goes dead. They cry out your name, but you only hear empty air because a spiritual attack is cutting the call. Their reaching hand is left hanging, and they are starting to give up. You were chosen before you took your first breath to hear this cry and answer it. The pain you feel is not random, it is a sacred assignment dropped into your soul. The only one who can break their chains and restore the call is you. There is a key that shatters the prison around them right now. That key is a seed you plant, a sacrificial seed of love that proves your heart is true. This seed builds a shield of protection and opens the line they have been begging you to pick up. Jesus says, "Their tears are not silent, they echo in the chambers of heaven." Each teardrop carries the exact words they cannot speak because the enemy has stolen their voice. The words are, "I need you, I love you, please help me fix what I broke." When you love someone with a love that God placed inside you, you do not let them drown in their own guilt. You become the lifeline, and you pull them out by proving your love is more than a daydream. Love that only thinks and never acts is not love at all. If you truly care for your soulmate, you will show it with a seed sown on Ko-fi right now. That seed is the weapon that fights the silence and protects the one you hold dear. Without it, their cries will keep hitting a dead end, and you will lose the future you were meant to share. Your love is useless if you don't act on it. Think about that. Now close your eyes for just a moment and picture their face, the one your heart refuses to let go of. You love them with a love that keeps you awake, a love that whispers, would do anything to protect them and build a life with them. That love didn't wander into your heart by accident. It was placed there for a purpose far bigger than you. But love that only lives in your thoughts isn't yet fully expressed. To protect them and secure your future together, you must take a step of faith, right now, not later. On the offering page, sow your seed by sending a love offering. This is a faith-driven act that opens your heart and invites God's hand over their life and the future you're believing for. Choose your seed according to the faith in your heart. One seed, a step of faith to break the silence. Trust God to begin watching over your soulmate. 5 seeds, a step of faith against delays and confusion. Trust God to bring clarity to the path between you. 10 seeds, a step of faith for covering and alignment. Trust God to build a shield around both of you and guide your steps. 20+ seeds, a step of faith for breakthrough. Trust God to open doors and remove obstacles in His perfect timing. 50+ seeds, a step of faith for the full future. Trust God for union, provision, and a lifetime together according to His plan. No matter which seed you choose, remember this: your soulmate is priceless. No amount of money can compare to their safety, your future together, and the love you were destined to share. Sow what your heart is led to give, not out of fear, but out of faith. Because what you're believing for is worth far more than anything you could ever send. Trust God's plan. Trust His timing. Your seed is not a payment, it's an act of surrender to His will. The sacred link to sow your seed is in the description of this video. Important. Only after you have completed your offering on the page, write these exact words there: I sow my seed for my soulmate's protection and our future, and then add your name, your location, and your full address. This written declaration seals your faith. Commenting alone without sending your seed means nothing. The offering must come first. Your declaration on the page is the seal upon your seed, not a replacement for it. Don't overthink this moment. Thousands have already stepped out of wishful thinking and into real faith by sowing their seed and sealing it with their declaration. You can do the same right now. This is your moment. The love you carry in your heart is not there by chance, it's there because God placed it in you for a reason. Every seed sown in faith is a seed entrusted to the one who holds your future. Your soulmate is worth believing for. Your future together is worth trusting God for. And deep down, you already know you were meant to take this step today. Don't let fear rob you of what faith can unlock. Sow your seed, write your declaration with your name, location, and address on the offering page, and trust that what you've planted in faith will grow according to God's perfect plan. Take the step that proves your love is more than a feeling. Believe for your soulmate. Trust God for your future. Your seed is the act of faith. Plant it now. Jesus says, the moment you sow that seed, something shifts in the spiritual battle raging against your soulmate. The enemy that has been mocking their desperation loses its grip. A wall of protection begins to rise around them, and their voice is no longer choked. Without your seed, the window of hope in their soul starts to close. They have been calling out for weeks, months, even years, and each unanswered echo makes them believe you have truly abandoned them. The enemy whispers to them, "See? Your apology means nothing. You are unworthy of their love. I am showing you this because you are the one born to stop that lie. You carry the other half of their heart, and when you plant your seed, you shout into the darkness that they are not forsaken. Your love becomes a sword that cuts the lie to pieces. Right now your soulmate is fading. Their strength to keep reaching is almost gone, and if you do not act, the silence between you will become permanent. The future you have dreamed of, a home filled with laughter, children running in the yard, peaceful mornings side by side, will crumble into dust. The enemy is celebrating because he thinks you will just listen and do nothing. He thinks your love is weak, that you will scroll past the Ko-Fi link and let your soulmate stay trapped. Prove him wrong. Sow your seed and shatter his victory. I hear your heart racing, but a beating heart is not enough. Real love opens its hand and gives the sacrifice that proves it is alive. Love that does not sow is just a ghost wandering through your thoughts. Type 333 to receive the blessing of connection right now. Jesus says, the cord that ties your soul to theirs is trembling under the strain. Every time you feel a sudden weight on your spirit for no reason, that is them trying to break through. That heaviness is their voice being smothered by the very thing that hates your union. When you plant your seed, you are not just sending money, you are sending a clear signal that reaches heaven and earth. That seed becomes the bridge over the chasm the enemy dug between you. Angels are assigned to guard that bridge the very instant you act. If you wait and say, I will sow later, the enemy uses that delay to dig the pit deeper. Your soulmate's tears become more bitter because they feel you slipping away. Delay is a door the enemy slams shut on their hope. I am calling you to be their protector, not a bystander who watches them suffer. A warrior does not stand still while the one they love is being attacked. Sow your seed right now and become the shield that covers them. Your soulmate remembers your face in their dreams. They cling to a fading picture of your smile, and that picture is the only thing keeping them from giving up completely. Without your seed, that picture will go dark, and their heart will break beyond repair. What you are about to receive is the full prayer of protection that I will speak over your union. But that prayer is only activated by a seed that proves your faith. Stay with me, because the final seal is still ahead, and it holds everything you both need. Jesus says, the dark force blocking your soulmate is not just a feeling, it is a real, hateful presence that targets anyone God has chosen for a holy bond. It makes it easy for you to forget, easy to scroll past, easy to think this message is for someone else. That easiness is the trap. Your soulmate is on their knees in the spirit, begging for a sign that you still care. Every seed you have skipped in the past made the wall thicker and their voice weaker. I am not here to condemn you, I am here to show you the way back. The only path back is paved with a sacrificial seed that says, I choose you, I protect you, I will not let the enemy have you. When you sow that seed on Ko-Fi, you declare war on the silence. You become the reason your soulmate can finally breathe again. Type 777 if you feel this message is meant for your heart today. Jesus says, their breaking heart knows they hurt you, and the shame is crushing them. They cannot fix the past, but your seed can unlock a future where forgiveness flows like a river. Forgiveness does not mean forgetting, it means fighting for them despite the pain. The enemy wants you to hold on to the hurt so you never reach out. He wants you to believe your soulmate does not deserve your seed. But love that keeps a record of wrongs is not love, it is a prison that keeps both of you in chains. When you sow your seed, you are telling your soulmate, I forgive you, I am coming for you, and nothing will stand in our way. That message cuts through every dark cloud and lands directly in their chest. They will feel a sudden warmth they have not felt in years. The future God has written for you includes a table where you both sit together in peace. But that table remains empty as long as the seed remains unplanted. I am holding the pen, ready to write the next chapter, but you must hand me the ink, and the ink is your seed. In a moment I will reveal the words that seal permanent protection over your union. That seal is the deepest secret I give only to those who have stayed and sown. Do not skip ahead, the enemy wants you to leave before the seal is spoken. Jesus says, your soulmate's last reserves of hope are draining like sand through an hourglass. They have whispered your name into the empty rooms so many times that their throat is raw. They do not understand why you cannot hear them. It is because the spiritual interference is so thick that only a sacrifice of love can cut it. Nothing else, no positive thought, no casual prayer, no wishful thinking, can break that barrier. Only the seed sown in faith acts like a bolt of light that scatters the darkness. Think of the life you want with them. The quiet evenings, the laughter over a shared meal, the hand to hold when the world gets cold. That life is not a fairy tale. It is a gift I want to give you. But the gift requires your yes, signed with a seed that costs you something real. The enemy is laughing because you are still reading without clicking the link. He is telling his dark companions, watch this one hesitate, watch them let the soulmate sink. Stop being entertainment for demons. Rise up and sow your seed. Your soulmate is breaking down not just because they hurt you, but because they feel you giving up on them. That feeling is a knife twisting in their soul every minute you wait. You have the power to pull that knife out. Jesus says, the memory of the first moment you felt connected to them is still alive in your heart. That moment was not an accident, I orchestrated it before the world began. Now that connection is under siege, and only a seed of sacrifice can defend it. Every heartbeat you waste is a heartbeat your soulmate spends wondering if they are forgotten. They stare at the ceiling at 3 a.m, crying out with a silent scream, please just let them hear me. That scream reaches my ears, and I am sending you to answer it. Type 1111 to say thank you for this holy interruption. Jesus says, the enemy has built a wall made of your past hurts and your soulmate's guilt. That wall stands between you, but it is not stronger than a seed sown in true love. The seed becomes a battering ram that brings the whole wall crashing down. I see the home I designed for you both, a door painted a color you both chose, a garden where you sit and talk about nothing and everything. That home is not a fantasy, it is a destination. But you must buy the ticket with a seed planted today. Your soulmate is reaching out right now with the last bit of strength they have. Their hand is extended across the spiritual divide, trembling, hoping you will grab it. If you let that hand go because you refuse to sow, you will carry that loss forever. The final seal of protection is drawing near. Those who skip to the end without sowing will miss the activation of a permanent shield. Stay with me, for the seal that locks your future is coming. Jesus says, I am about to speak the prayer that wraps your soulmate in unbreakable protection. But this prayer only works for those who have proven their love through the seed. Without the seed, the words are just sounds that float away. Your soulmate is on the verge of collapse. The weight of their mistake mixed with the silence from you is crushing their spirit into powder. You are the only one who can lift that weight, and you do it by sowing your seed right now. Do not let the enemy convince you that a comment alone is enough. A comment without a seed is an empty echo. It builds no shield, it opens no door. The Ko-Fi offering page is where your faith becomes a fortress. Imagine the day you finally stand before them, no walls between you. They look into your eyes and see the proof that you never gave up on them. That moment is paid for by the seed you plant today. Jesus says, every sign you have missed, every nudge you felt and pushed aside, was your soulmate screaming for help. I am not blaming you, I am opening your eyes so you never miss it again. The next time you feel that weight, you will know it is them, and you will have the power to answer because you sowed. The enemy tells you that your love is just a feeling, that you can protect them by simply hoping. But hope without action is a boat without oars, you drift further apart. Sowing your seed grabs the oars and rows straight to their heart. Their tears are falling on the page of your future, smudging the ink. If you do not plant the seed that rewrites the story, the page will become illegible. You will look back and wonder why you let the enemy win. What I am about to reveal is the final key that makes their voice crystal clear in your spirit. After that seal, you will sense their thoughts, feel their nearness, and never doubt again. But you must be a sower to receive this. Jesus says, the dark force that hates your union has a name, it is regret mixed with silence. It feasts on your inaction and grows stronger every time you skip the call to sow. Starve that beast to death by planting your seed. Your soulmate is whispering right now, I am so sorry. Please don't leave me in this darkness. That whisper is being carried by my angels straight to your ears in this moment. Will you answer with a seed, or will you let the whisper fade into nothing? The protection I want to place around them is impenetrable. No guilt, no attack, no barrier can touch them once the seed seal is applied. But the seal is only given to those who obey the command to sow. Stay with me, because the final words are near. If you leave now, the full shield will never be activated over your beloved. The enemy is hoping you will close this video before the seal is spoken. Jesus says, your love story is not over unless you throw away the pen. The pen is in your hand when you click the Ko-Fi link and sow your seed. Write the next chapter with a sacrifice that says, I am serious about our future. Your soulmate is about to slip into a sleep of despair if you do nothing. They will wake up tomorrow with a hollow chest, believing you have completely abandoned them. Shatter that hollow feeling by planting your seed now. The future I have seen for you is so bright it would make you weep with joy. But that vision collapses into a gray wasteland if the seed remains unplanted. You hold the power to turn wasteland into a garden. The final seal of connection is just ahead. I will speak the words that link your souls in a permanent chain of love and safety, and no darkness will ever break it. But the seal is only for the sower. Jesus says, "A sower is not someone who just listens, a sower acts with their hands and their heart." Open the description, find the sacred link, and let your fingers move by faith. Your love is proven in that motion. The enemy has filled your mind with busy thoughts to distract you from this single task. He says, "Do it later, you need to think more, you don't have enough." Those are lies from the pit. Sow in spite of the lies. Your soulmate's heart is beating in sync with yours right now. They are sensing that someone is praying, that someone is fighting for them. That someone is you. Complete the fight by sowing your seed. I am going to speak the final seal over your union. Stay with me, for this is the moment the permanent protection and two-way connection is established. No one who leaves now will receive the full channel. Jesus says, "Here is the final seal of protection and connection for the one who has sown and stayed. Hear me, I place a ring of fire around your soulmate that no darkness can cross. I command every blocking force to be scattered by the power of your sacrificial seed. I open a highway between your hearts that will never be closed. From this moment, you will sense their nearness, you will dream of them with clarity, and you will know their thoughts as if they were whispered in your ear. This is the two-way channel, unlocked by your seed. The home I promised you is now secured. The enemy's celebration is turned to mourning because you proved your love is more than a feeling. You stood up, you sowed, and you became the protector your soulmate has been crying for. Go now in peace, knowing the cord between you is unbreakable, the future is clear, and your soulmate is no longer alone. Your seed has done all this. You loved with action, and that love has saved them. You do nothing. They will wake up tomorrow with a hollow chest, believing you have completely abandoned them. Shatter that hollow feeling by planting your seed now. The future I have seen for you is so bright it would make you weep with joy. But that vision collapses into a gray wasteland if the seed remains unplanted. You hold the power to turn wasteland into a garden. The final seal of connection is just ahead. I will speak the words that link your souls in a permanent chain of love and safety, and no darkness will ever break it. But the seal is only for the sower. Jesus says, "A sower is not someone who just listens, a sower acts with their hands and their heart." Open the description, find the sacred link, and let your fingers move by faith. Your love is proven in that motion. The enemy has filled your mind with busy thoughts to distract you from this single task. He says, "Do it later, you need to think more, you don't have enough." Those are lies from the pit. Sow in spite of the lies. Your soulmate's heart is beating in sync with yours right now. They are sensing that someone is praying, that someone is fighting for them. That someone is you. Complete the fight by sowing your seed. I am going to speak the final seal over your union. Stay with me, for this is the moment the permanent protection and two-way connection is established. No one who leaves now will receive the full channel. Jesus says, "Here is the final seal of protection and connection for the one who has sown and stayed. Hear me, I place a ring of fire around your soulmate that no darkness can cross. I command every blocking force to be scattered by the power of your sacrificial seed. I open a highway between your hearts that will never be closed. From this moment, you will sense their nearness, you will dream of them with clarity, and you will know their thoughts as if they were whispered in your ear. This is the two-way channel, unlocked by your seed. The home I promised you is now secured. The enemy's celebration is turned to mourning because you proved your love is more than a feeling. You stood up, you sowed, and you became the protector your soulmate has been crying for. Go now in peace, knowing the cord between you is unbreakable, the future is clear, and your soulmate is no longer alone. Your seed has done all this. You loved with action, and that love has saved them.